Hey everyone, welcome back to the Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3 AI Tournament. This is video 2 of the Lionel Division. This first match is between SKAB-Pee, run by Stann, Kaffe, Abaddon, and Bastard Poetry, against a wild team of Knights of Peers run by RedWorld. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at the units. So for SKAB-Pee, we have Stann the Man, the Female Sage, running with plain Nerd Magic and White Magic, hoisting a P-Bag. We have Abaddon the Uribo, which is Piggy number 1, and Bastard Poetry the Wild Bow, which is Piggy number 2. And then we have Kaffe the Oracle, who has Yin Yang Magic and Black Magic. So very, very magic-oriented group right there. For a wild team of knights, we have Grest the Ninja with throw and basic skill. Basic skill is pretty much seen on every one of the units that has ninja or samurai, just because of the restrictions of the JP limits. We have Christia the Knight, who has battle skill item and is equipping a bow as well to sort of range her battle skills. We have Lisherie the Summoner, who has Summon Magic and Steel. The only steel that they have is Steel Heart. She went with a Magic Gauntlet for the MA boost. She could have also went with 108 gems because of all the elemental boosts, but I think one of her main summons is actually Odin and Lick, yeah, so she actually doesn't have any elemental summons. That's why she went for the extra MA, because there's no elemental boost to any of these except Lick. And the AI will, I believe, normally favor Odin anyway, so that's probably why she went with the Magic Gauntlet instead. And then we have Themin the Priest, who has White Magic and Elemental, as well as HP, Restore, and Defense up to sort of become a little more tanky. Just a few notes about the Zodiac compatibility. This team up here is running the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo triangle. The team on the bottom is actually running a weird setup. These two have good compat. It's Aquarius and Libra, and they actually, the Aquarius right here actually has bad compat with the Summoner and the Priest. So the Ninja doesn't really get good compat boost because of the Taurus and Scorpio. These two actually have best compat. The Scorpio here has worse compat with the Oracle, but best compat with the Sage. And the Ninja actually has bad compat with both human units. The Summoner has good compat with both the pigs, and this Knight has bad compat with that pig. So a lot of good and bad compats overall, just because of the different setup on Zodiacs for a wild team of Knights. So we're going to go head to the first map, which is map 86, which is Dogola Pass. And this map is actually a relatively big map, except the fact that the teams both start on the bottom and they're only a small distance away from each other, and that's just so one of them doesn't get a height advantage over the other. So they're going to be able to go after each other pretty fast. Please Eat, which is pretty much the staple of the Uribo, which gives all those buffs to the ally. So a lot of posturing. Headbreak misses the Oracle, so his charge, which is probably a Paralyze, is still going off, and Summoner charging probably Odin. Ivy stops the one unit and don't act on the Ninja. So he's going for a mid-charge, and he takes out the Summoner with the mid-charge, which is really crucial. because that Odin could have done a lot of damage. Minimal damage from the book, and probably Nasuna going off to cure the stop. Another Cyclone attack from the Wind Slash Bow, and off goes Asuna, so the stops wore off. Another mid-charge attack takes him out as well, so it's down to just the Knight and Please Eat. Misses, so that's a waste of a turn. So 2 don't acted units and 2 dead units, so that's not really boding well. The ninja's off don't act, but now he'll have to run back into the battle. The Sage just biding her time. Ninja going for a throw of a Nurse Shuriken. Hits, but not a whole lot of damage. And straight dash should put the Knight in critical. So really, it was a few rough misses on the part of the Wild Team of Knights, but it's really those mid charges from that Wild Bow that really did a lot of the damage. Don't Act is off on the Knight. Re-Raise goes off, so that he was able to hit the Ninja. Paralyzed back on the Ninja, misses, so doesn't really do much, but straight dash would take him out. And now it's just getting back to the Knight to take her out, and that will be it for match number 1, or battle number 1. Misses on the arrow, and charging, but that won't matter because the straight dash will take her. Oh, guard. So the paralyze will go off and hit, so she's don't acted, so now. And casting a frog too. So just trying to add a little insult and everything else. Crystallized units. Frog 2, which is going to be redirected, so let's see who that hits. Hits the Knight. And misses everyone else, so that's just rough. And the book kills the frog. So good frog, Bastard Poet. Stann, and you guys take the first match. I'll see you guys for battle number 2. And welcome back to battle 2 of match 3 of the Lionel Division. Once again between SKAB-Pee and a Wild Team of Knights. This is at the north gate of the Bethla garrison. So it's a larger map, gonna be a lot of posturing and everything. Please Eat goes off on the Wild Bow. So just a lot of movement and everything else until the units can get into place. The Ninja will probably be the first to actually throw a move, just because no one else will be in range to do anything. The Wild Bow just moving up a little bit, but here comes the Ninja, going for the double hit and misses both. And another Please Eat and misses the Oracle. So this is really where the move +2 on the Ninja gets him in a little trouble, because he's completely out of a lot of range. Head break on the Oracle though, and it looks like probably a Moogle summon to heal up the Ninja, but that won't matter because of the book. So it might be an Odin summon though, but mid-charge takes out the summoner. So once again, like almost right away, they're down 2 units. Please Eat hits the Oracle, so he's buffed up. And going after the priest with the straight dash. That Abaddon's really proving to be the big damage dealer of this this battle. Phoenix down on the summoner, but will she be able to get a move off before the mid charge? We'll have to see that. Took all the buffs off, and Google does hit, so heals the summoner and the priest back up. Frog 2. Hits the priest. Straight dash, takes out the summoner. And paralyze does not hit the knight, so the knight still has some resurrection abilities, but with all the buffs and the fact that they're pretty much all at full health too, they haven't really been able to deal any damage on SKAB-Pee. It's just a bunch of gonna be a bunch of sandbagging. The frog, I mean, a hit of 4, so not really doing a lot of damage there. So unless a wild team of knights can come up with some sort of great comeback, then we'll probably see Bastard Poetry taking this 2-0. Frog's in critical now, and this will take out the frog. I love how the units, how they go after the least threatening unit. Oh, and the knight is frog, so that should be it. I don't see the summoner taking this by herself. So they're just gonna corner the summoner. Don't act being charged on her, it looks like. More please eats going off. Or missing. Oh, silent song. Oh, that makes it worse. So now the summoner can't do anything, and the ninja crystallized, and it's just a matter of time now. Here goes the summoner, so everyone's going to gain up on the frog. And the frog's going to try to attack someone, but it's not going to make any difference. So it's just a couple of attacks, and that should do it. Of course, the paralyze, trying to don't act the frog just to make it worse. But nose breath, misses too. Are we just gonna continue having status effects miss? A guarded bag hit. Another please eat. This is getting really entertaining. This is when the AI is great, is when they can easily take out a unit, but they choose to try to do everything to make life as miserably embarrassing for the other team as possible. Now we have a don't acted frog. Please eat, still trying to go off. And this should do it. Straight dash. Oh, not even enough damage yet. Frog's in critical now. Trying to run away, but that's not going to work. And the book takes out the frog again. So Bastard Poetry does take match 3, 2-0. So good game, both of you. We'll see everyone around for match 4. Hey everyone, welcome back to match 4 of the Lionel Division. This match is between No Spoons Allowed, which is run by Ludovician, and I Go Boom, You Go Splat, run by Nocat. We'll go ahead and look at the units really quick. We have, for Team No Spoons Allowed, Heisenberg the Chemist has item and battle skill. Eddie the Monk with punch art and precision, which is the marksman new ability, also has counter throw, and attack up, which makes him really deadly. Attack up monks are specifically deadly in this tournament, it seems. Scout the Samurai, draw and basic skill, also has equipped shield. And generic healer the Oracle, yin yang magic and white magic. Also has short charge, just helping her magic go off really fast. For I Go Boom, You Go Splat, we have I go the Living Bone, Boom the Lancer with Jump and Black Magic. You go the Knight with Battle Skill and Time Magic, and equip bows as well. He has a crossbow on. And Splat the Revenant. Also, the Lancer does have Concentrate, so his attacks can hit a lot more often. And speed-wise, I go Boom, you go Splat does have a big advantage with 2 units having 10 speed. The Chemist and the Monk on No Spoons Allowed do have 9, but overall, I go Boom, you go Splat is a faster team. Just a note about the Zodiacs. This team runs the Libra, Aquarius, Gemini triangle. This team runs the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces triangle. So there are a few bad matchups. This Oracle has bad compat with both monsters. The Samurai and the Knight have bad compat with each other. And then this Lancer has bad compat with the Monk and the Chemist. So for the first battle, we're going to go to a small map, which is going to be number 62, the Chapel of Orba Monastery. Is where all that introductory talk with Avelia happens, but really small map, and it's notorious from the vanilla AI tournament for the 4-hit KO summon of Rama. So an early throw spirit and shield break misses and triggers Dragon Spirit right away. So good dodge and a charge by the Living Bone as well, but he's gonna get mid charged and KO'd. Explosion, measly damage and no oil proc, and Kotetsu doing damage as well. The thing about I go Boom, you go Splat, which is in the red, is that if their Knight and Lancer can tank long enough, full life is going to take out the Revenant. But if their units can tank long enough, they basically have free resurrection on both of their monster units because of the undead resurrecting at the end of their turn counts. So Kotetsu on the tanks and doesn't take them out, but the Knight is charging. Paralyze on him. Goes off, so his charge is totally wasted anyway. There is a read raise on the Lancer, but it might not matter by that point. And Knight's one-shotted. Meltdown. That was really weird. Counter-flooded himself. Protect on the units. But it's just a matter if the Lancer's going to be able to hang on long enough. The Revenant might come back. Oil's removed from the Samurai. And they're just doing a lot of posturing up there, not really doing much else. And a jump. The Revenant does come back. And throws his spirit at the Monk. And the Living Bone will probably come back as well. Confusion does hit. And the jump actually takes out the Monk. But it's just a matter if it's going to be enough, because they still have their sandbagging abilities. Chakra brings him up to half health. The Living Bone charging probably another death attack. Kotetsu heals him. And that's due to Kotetsu actually being Dark Elemental now, so death does take out the Oracle and miss on the Revenant. Phoenix down brings the Oracle back, and a Spin Fist takes out 2 of his own units and doesn't hit any of the others. Wow, that backfired horribly. Ice Soul puts him in critical, and the Concentrated Lancer will actually take him out, and so that leaves just the Chemist. It is their sandbagging unit, but that puts him at a big disadvantage because he's going to have a lot of sandbagging to do now. Brings back the Monk, who used his Chakra, but the other 2 units are still down, and another Death charging from the Living Bone. Revenant Throne Spirit. Death on the Chemist, yes. Takes him out, so it's down to just the Monk. Now he does have reviving abilities, but with the poke, that's it. So I Go Boom, You Go Splat actually comes back from an early hold, take round 1 of match 4. So I will join you all on a large map in just a second. Welcome back to match 4 of the Lionel Division. We are in the slums of Gaug for this battle, large map. So as with all large maps, it's going to be a lot of movement and everything to get their units into place. You might see a few charges on the side of No Spoons Allowed, just for buffs and everything, if they have any. But a buff from the Knight on the Living Bone with a haste, and just more moving forward. Really, Grease Touch actually hit stop on the Samurai. It was actually really interesting just to see how the team of I Go Boom, You Go Splat really worked last time, with the units tanking until the monsters got resurrected. We'll see if it works again this time. The Living Bone already down with the shot from the Monk, but the Monk's already in critical. Counter throw does hit, but will they be able to hang around for the Living Bone to come back with his death spells? That's actually what really took care of No Spoons Allowed. Speed Ruin on the Knight. Hits for slow, so the Knight's not going to be moving around as fast. And full life on the Monk from the Oracle. Another throw of Spirit. And Meltdown. Took himself out, but took the Monk out as well. Put oil on the Oracle. Really want to see him have his Dragon Spirit go off first, so he has that auto re-raise to him. Chakra hits, so it's a 4-on-1 still for right now. Grease Touch, stop again on the Samurai, and there wasn't enough room for the Oracle to move up and use Asuna, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway because she was mid-charged. The Chemist's gonna use a Phoenix down. So just a lot of sandbagging right now, going after the Revenant. He guards and is down with the arrow, and there will be the end of that sandbag. So we have a stopped unit, and now the Living Bone is resurrected again. Ice Soul on that Samurai. Puts her in critical. The Chemist will bring the Oracle back, but once again it will just be a lot of mid-charging. The Knight takes care of the Samurai, since she just was removed from stop, and then the throw spirit hits. So once again, it's down to the chemist, and those monsters are really proving to be a force to be reckoned with in this tournament, with their auto res and with the 2 tank units that Nocat's sporting in this tournament. Takes the crystal just to avoid letting anyone else have it. Ice Soul. And he moves within range to where the chemist will have to move in order to hit him at all. But he's still going to be rezzing. And the throw spirit will take him out, so there goes that resurrection, and the Oracle won't get a turn off. So unless it did miss, but Ice Soul will hit, and unless she evades it, nope. So that's it. Nocat team, I Go Boom, You Go Splat, takes the 4th match of the Lionel Division 2-0. Good game, and we'll see you all for one of the other divisions.